Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? We're going to get started here live in just under a minute and 45 seconds. Go ahead and say hi to us in the comments and let us know you're here. We'll start soon. Hi, good afternoon, maybe good morning. I don't know. We've got people from all over the place.
Yep.
So I saw Germany even. So
Nice.
welcome in.
Welcome, everyone.
It's so good to see you all. As we get started here today, the very first thing that I always like to ask is, are you new around here? And if you are, give us a number 1 in the comments. Just because we love to say welcome. And if you feel like you're just part of the crew now and you are a hoop sister or a hoop mister, give me a number 2 in the comments,
And
okay?
we probably know some of the names scrolling out there that we know are
There's
our
some
number 2s. So.
Hi, number 1s. We're so glad you're here. Welcome in. Okay, cool. Hi, Joan. All right, so before we get into the really, really good part, we thought we should probably introduce ourselves, especially since I do see some number 1s in the comments. So for those of you like Catherine and Joan and Kathy, you've heard this before, but everybody else, welcome in. Basically, I just wanted to make sure that you know what HoopSisters is, what we're all about. Actually, you, my mom,
I'm your mom,
and her sister, Linda, who are in the middle of this picture, started HoopSisters back in 2008. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has been a wild ride. We have had so much fun doing this.
We have.
And so many of you have been along this ride with us, and we really appreciate you. We appreciate all the newcomers typing in number 1 too.
Yes.
So, and I want to introduce to you, by the way, my name is Annie Moody.
Yes, I didn't say that. I just said mom.
That's okay. And my sister in the middle
is
the second person over is Linda Rummer. She's the other co-founder of HoopSisters. And Aubrey here, she's our Vanna White.
Yes.
And her name is actually Aubrey though. And she does so many things around here. I can't even name them.
A lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes. So.
But well, and in front of the scenes in this capacity, I guess. But
true.
And then my sister Sarah is at the far left there. She's a designer and digitizer here at HoopSisters. And you've probably seen her if you've been around on some workshops. And she's actually going to be on the next workshop with me too. So welcome to the family. If you're putting a number 1, you're now our hoop sister or our hoop mister and part of the crew. And another very important person behind the scenes is Nina Gladden. She's a real life answering the phone person. Like you call anywhere nowadays, this doesn't happen.
I know. And you don't
even the doctor.
I know. You press 1 for this, and 2 for that, and 3 for that. And
Yep. So Nina is here in the comments. She is going to be dropping order links, answering questions. But I got to tell you, if you have something personal, like how to get something in the cart, or you're not sure you did something right, or you didn't get something, the best thing to do is reach out to her. Her contact information is on the screen there. We'll pop it up at the bottom too. General questions we can answer, we'll try to answer on the live. We get a lot of viewers and the comments go a little bit crazy. So we'll do our best. If we don't get to your question, please feel free to reach out to Nina and she will definitely get you taken care of. Anything else that we need to say about that?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. All right. So the other thing we want to do is say, what the heck is a Hoop Sisters workshop? Because some people don't know, but last year we did one a month.
We did. And we doubled up this year.
We sure did.
So we're having so much fun doing it. It's fun and it's just great to bring new stuff out all the time. We have so many ideas cooking and brewing.
Yes.
And I'm going to keep my mouth shut now before I let anything out of the bag. But
yes,
we have lots of fun stuff. But our workshops are just going to show you a new design. We're going to stitch
just going to show you a new design. We have a new release.
That's
again.
Right. Again. And we're going to show you how to stitch out one of the blocks today.
Yeah. So, and that's what's really great about this is if you're new, if you dropped a number 1 in the comments, meaning you're new around here, the workshop is a fantastic place to come because the designer stitches out in a block step by step, shows you how to do it, which is fantastic. And then we also, as Annie said, showcase a new design. But we also, I remember a couple years ago, basically from 2008 to like 2020 something, we never put new designs on sale, like ever. Now when you join us for the workshop, you really do get the benefit of some special deals. So we're going to talk about that later, but just know that that's something that we like to do during the workshops.
You girls
as well.
Always put together such great bundles.
We try.
I mean, it's amazing, all the deals.
The other thing that we love to do on the live virtual workshops,
this is our favorite thing,
is we love to give stuff away. It's just so fun. So we also have a live giveaway now. So if you are viewing this live, you can drop the word sunflower in the comments and the computer just does magic stuff, puts you in a drawing, and someone is going to win $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit to spend as you choose. So that's another perk.
Yes, it is.
Of the workshops.
It is.
Okay. Moving right along. The other thing, I told you we like to give stuff away. You should show them this. You made this.
Okay. We're going to show them the free gift. Some of you may have already seen the free gift on Facebook in our VIP group. We've had some people that when they register, and if you register, you will have gotten an email that takes you right to this design. And basically what is adorable. Whoops, I just hit something. Adorable little coasters with sunflowers on it. Isn't that cute?
So this expired today. So you basically have a week and a half to kind of grab the freebies. They're registration gifts and they're free. So if you didn't get this one, be sure to register for the next workshop. Just check the website, be in the group.
The 13th free registration gift that we've given out in 2024. So watch, because anytime you register for these, you're going to have a chance to grab something for free that's super quick and easy and fun to stitch out. Wouldn't this make a cute little gift?
It really
Tie
would.
it with a ribbon, like a housewarming gift or hostess gift if you're going to someone's house.
Yes.
It'd be a great gift.
It really, really would. So, okay, we've done enough talking and enough kind of prepping you for what this actually is that you're viewing today. Are you guys ready for the reveal? I need to know. Let me know in the comments if you are ready for this reveal. And I got to tell you, the reveal, this in Annie's, this is what you've been doing lately. It's not just one thing, right? Like they can do a lot with all of this. We like to call her Extra Annie around the office because she really didn't just make a table topper. There's, of course, going to be more.
There's some options.
That's right.
And you
That's
get them
right.
all.
Okay, so why don't we do it? Let's dive in.
Okay,
let's do it.
All right. So let's start with that one.
See what I'm saying? There's never just one with Annie,
That's
right?
Okay, so with this sunflower design,
You want me to hold it
yep,
and you talk?
go ahead and hold it up. Now, this one is not complete.
I was gonna
The
say.
edge is not complete because that's what I'm going to show everyone tomorrow. But this is one of the sunflowers that come with the table topper, and it's the round. We call this one the single round because it's one sunflower and it's round. It comes in two different sizes. 5-inch blocks and 7-inch blocks. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. 5-inch blocks and 7-inch blocks. These blocks are the 7-inch. And as you can see, these edge blocks here, they are 7-inch blocks, but they're curved so that when you join it all together, you have a perfectly round table runner. And like I said, it's not finished, but we'll show you how to do the lining on tomorrow's.
So lining day 2.
Yes.
And I just want to also get up here a little bit closer because one of the really magical things about HoopSisters is the quilting is included. Okay. So anytime that you see quilting on these projects, you don't have to figure out how to do that later, and you don't have to purchase a separate quilting file, nothing like that. It's all included when you get it, okay? So that's kind of the magic if you're new around here. Okay, so this is one part.
That's one part. That is a single 7-inch round.
So this is the largest.
Yep. And then it also, you can stitch it out and repeat it.
I like this one.
So sorry, did I just get you with that?
No, you're fine.
And you could make as many sunflowers as you want.
Isn't that cute?
Depending on the size of your table. So you just keep stitching sunflower blocks. We tell you exactly how many to stitch to get it, to have 3 sunflowers in your table runner. Isn't that precious?
It is. It is so cute.
So pretty. So those are the round ones.
We're hanging it like it's a wall hanging, but
yep, the first one we showed you was 7-inch block. This is a 5-inch block. There's more. This is the same thing, but with square corners. That way you can make a pillow. You could repeat these if you wanted to make more and more of these, and you could actually turn this into a quilt, a bigger pillow sham, lots of fun things you could do with that.
Look at that sunflower.
You could make it a table runner as well. It would just have square edges to it instead of round. So you have different options of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So
you can do a lot with it because Extra Annie did it. So there's 2 sizes and 2 shapes really, and 2 layouts.
2 layouts.
So
absolutely.
There's a lot coming with this one. That is for sure. Someone said their daughter loves sunflowers.
Aww.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect for her then.
Yes. Okay. So really cool reveal for you today. And again, it's got so much included with it. And I think just some of these pictures just really show that vine quilting, Annie. We didn't really talk about the vine quilting.
Yep,
Hopefully
there's a stippling behind it that matches in that green circular area. Well, the other one has the blue, but the background has stippling, and then on top of the stippling, there's a nice little vine that is stitched out. I also wanted to point out that you can see in one of those blocks, I saw that. Pointed at it. You can't.
Where is it? Maybe they can see my mouse. I don't know.
Okay, so it's like right, that square block that's in the center. You have your brown center. You can make your brown centers different colors. The petals that are on there, the fabric requirements show a light, medium, and dark so that you can make it, because not all sunflower or any flower petal is the exact same shade. So you can make these different shades, which makes it kind of nice. So that's what we're gonna work on that today. However, on today's, we've made all the petals the same color, just to show you yet another option.
We like options. And Diane said she loves that the quilting is included. And honestly, who doesn't? I mean, that's so great. You don't have to go, okay, I made it, now I got to quilt it.
Right.
You just do it all. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, some patterns are like your last step is quilt as desired.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to quilt as you can if you want to, but it's built right into the design.
Yeah.
It's just one of the steps.
So topper, plus you could do a pillow, just so many cool things that you can
bed
do.
runner, table
Yes.
runner.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And what the perfect time of year. So it's like we kind of planned this, you know?
Late summer.
Yeah.
Heading into fall.
Yes. And I can't wait to see what colors you guys do this in. But it's actually, that is incorrect. It's 5 and 7 inch block sizes.
Okay.
And I actually had multiple people review this, but we screwed that up.
That's all right.
That's inaccurate.
Maybe
So
I should like get a tape measure out and measure the blocks on there.
well, either way, it's 5 and 7.
Yep.
Plus you get the single, triple layout, which is the 1 round or the 3 round square, and then also round, and it's $39. Now, before we go any further into all these, whoops, I think I'm back. Before we go any further into all the details, we're going to have Annie actually stitch a block live and show you exactly how to do this in the hoop of your embroidery machine. You're going to be pleasantly surprised how simple it is.
So simple.
Yeah. So do you, oh, thank you, Susan. That's awesome. Okay. So you want to head over there?
Yes, I will. But before I do, I wanted to just
Show
bring
them what
this
you're
up here
making.
and show you what we're going to be doing. So let's see. I'm going to be stitching this block here. And as you can see, I mentioned it a little earlier, there's like a light, medium, and a dark shade here. And this block we already have stitched out, and I'm going to be stitching the one above it. So one of the things we tell you in the instructions is if you're doing a light, medium, and dark, make sure when you do this, we tell you to make sure that you use your light or your dark in the correct place. So this is what it would look like with the 3 shades.
I'm going to move it a little closer because I want them to be able to see that really good. Do you see how she's saying there's a light, medium, and then a darker?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
So this one that we've already done today is actually, we have the same fabric on all 3 petals. So just so you know that you don't have to go light, medium, dark, you can make it all the same fabric. So let
do
me
whatever
head
you
over there.
want. And somebody already spotted my I noticed.
You can't
Somebody
go without
already
sipping
spotted
coffee.
we'll get to this. We will get to this. But let's get over to Annie, though, and show you how this is done.
All right. Okay, so one of the first thing you need to do in your designs, I'm going to move the fabric I'll be using, is you need to hoop our Battilizer product. Now, some of our designs have a layer of wool in it, but since this is designed to go on a table as a table topper or table runner, that we do not have wool put in this one. Just our Battilizer is what you put in the hoop, and it's just a thin batting, and it has the stabilizer and batting all in one, so that's all you need. Step number 1 is we sew out the pattern right onto that Battilizer. Now I use a little bit of a light brown thread there to do it today. You would use a water-soluble thread, and the reason you would use a water-soluble thread is because this would be the edge of one of the blocks, and it has water-soluble thread, is when you sew the blocks together sometimes, if you don't quite get on or just on the inside of that stitching, that could be showing, and then all you have to do is get it wet because it just dissolves. And this is just, we use it because it's only temporarily holding things in place, and we do it early in the beginning because it's kind of make us stitch faster because we don't have multiple thread changes. All right, so that step 1 is that. Step 2 is we are going to place, this is our fabric 2, we're going to place it right side up over these placement stitches, and we're going to sew a tack down. And you're still going to use water-soluble thread. You will, but I'm using the brown thread so that you can see it. So I'm just laying this fabric right over the top. I'm going to make sure I have approximately 1/2 inch on both sides, and also approximately 1/2 inch here. And then I have all my areas covered, and I do. So I'm just going to hit the start button, and it's going to go ahead and sew tack down this fabric. Just gonna make sure my fabric stays laying nice and smooth. Okay, so now let me bring my hoop forward a little bit. Ooh, here's the hoop scissors. I'm gonna grab our hoop scissors. We have two different scissors, and I love them both. I really, really do. This one is our hoop scissors, and I like to use this for larger areas that I need to cut out. We also have a hoop scissors mini, which is amazing for cutting really close if you had applique or anything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to trim this like a scant 1/4 inch away from that stitching. And that nice offset handle makes it easy to trim inside the hoop. The other place that you need to trim is inside this triangle. But I will tell you that is only necessary if your fabric if this fabric is darker and the fabric on top is lighter, because you don't want it to show through. But since I'm putting a darker fabric on top of that, you can cut it if you want to, but it's not 100% necessary. So for step 3, this is where you need to make sure that you're choosing either your light or dark fabric, and you should already have it pre-cut. And basically we're going to match that to this because it's going to be all the same. So we're going to just put it right side up over this area where it stitched the placement stitch. And again, this is a water soluble thread step. Again, that helps avoid a lot of thread changes.
Annie, what size hoop are you using?
Let's see. I'm not exact. Let me see. I don't usually go by hoop size. I look at my design size. This is probably like a 5 by 5 inch hoop, I think. It's the SQ14 hoop on the Janome. Maybe Sarah can check the exact size for
Sarah's
me.
doing something else for me.
I don't know, I just say the smallest hoop that fits the.
That's right. Sarah's right. Just choose the smallest hoop that your design will fit in. Okay, so our next step, I'm going to use the hoop scissors mini, because what we're going to do now is I'm going to trim up close to the stitching. And I believe the stitch double here, so that's kind of a hint that this is going to be an applique. So I just like to trim, laying the blades nice and flat, and that helps you get as close to that design as possible. Sometimes you have to take the hoop off the machine to get the right angle.
I love that little fabric.
I know, that's such cute fabric. I've had it in the stash for a long time.
Have you? You found the perfect thing to use it
Tammy
for.
actually picked it out. She helped me with the sample and stuff, so she did a great job. So now my next step, which is step 4, we're going to place thread in the needle that matches this fabric, and that's the thread I chose to start with, and I haven't changed. So now all we're going to do is we're going to sew some satin stitches to cover that raw edge. Are there any questions, Aubrey?
Not that I don't think that we've answered, but if you guys have some, let us know. It does look like
Someone's brother actually bought her our hoop scissors. What a nice brother.
Wow.
I only have sisters, but they haven't bought
too.
me anything cool
Me
like
too.
that.
Oh, okay. Chris said the state flower of Kansas. So the sunflower must be the state flower of Kansas.
Perfect.
Cool.
Sunflowers are pretty awesome.
Yes, they are.
If you've ever been to a sunflower field that's just full of all these sunflowers that kind of blow in the wind, it's pretty cool.
Okay, well, I'm just going to pop this up on the screen real quick, and then I'm going to give it back to Annie. But we were talking about the size. Here is the correct sizing, size blocks and approximate finish sizes. So just so that you guys had that too. I'm going to switch it back to her camera, but we will pop this up again.
Okay. All right, so my next step is you're going to place the fabric that goes right there. And you're going to put water-soluble thread in the needle. Again, I'm not going to do that because I want you to be able to see where it's stitching. And you just need to make sure everything is covered. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button, and it's going to sew the tack down stitches.
And Diane, I do see your question about Battilizer, and we will definitely get more into that for you.
Okay, did you notice it stitched twice there? That's usually your little tip that's where you're going to trim close to the stitching. And that's what I'm going to do right now with my little hoop scissors.
Look at that. It's like butter.
There you go. That was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put thread in the needle that matches this fabric. And this is your fabric one. That matches it, and so I'm just going to go with the same thread again, and we're going to sew some quilting in the background.
All right, I did want to take a minute and answer this question about Battilizer because it is maybe new to some people, and I'm going to pop up some information on the screen too. But our Battilizer it's our product, our proprietary product made specifically to be used with our designs. And what's magic about it is batting and your stabilizer all in one product. So you do not have to put a batting and then also a stabilizer product in your hoop. You just need the Battilizer. Isn't that a fun name? Batting and stabilizer, Battilizer. This is our 5-yard pack. Annie, I'm thinking this would be a great thing to start with size-wise for this project,
Absolutely. The 5 yards would be great.
So it's 5 yards by 24 inches wide. So the first step in the design is going to be hoop your Battilizer. So you would just hoop this. It's a cotton poly blend, and it's basically got the batting you want for the quilting, but the stability to hold up to the stitching from your embroidery machine. So hopefully that helps. This is fantastic, and we definitely recommend it when doing our designs.
If you want to toss it back to me real quick, Aubrey, I've gone on to the next step.
Yeah, you're
basically it's sewing the satin stitch right along there. And that might take a minute, so I'm going to toss it right back to you again.
Sounds good.
It's like a ping pong match.
Sounds good. Okay. Annie, you're going to know the answer to this. Is there a second set of files to make the pillow that is different from the table topper?
Or do you just kind of have the square like blocks in there and they have to figure out how to make the pillow?
There's actually, you're going to have files for the round project that's round, and you'll have a separate set of files for the square project. So when you get in there and take a look at your files, you'll have to look for that. I think you'll be able to choose. It's all organized by folders, so just pick the folder that you want to work on.
But that'll be basically a runner. If they want to make a pillow, a square pillow,
right.
They're going to have to, we don't have the instructions in to actually make the pillow is kind of what I'm asking.
Right, we don't have the instructions to make the pillow, but we do have separate files that show you the square files versus the round.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Got that answer.
alrighty.
Dee Dee said she buys Battilizer by the bolt because we have 15 yards too. Because she said she uses it for everything, and I've heard a lot of people say that.
I have heard that too, that they use it for just any kind of quilting project that they're working on. I'm going to go ahead now and switch to the very last step for this block, and that is basically that vine stitching. Oop, I don't think I have my thread cutter turned on. because I haven't had to change my thread yet. So now I'm just going to change it, and it's going to stitch some vine quilting right in that this color area. I'm not even sure what to call that color. What is that color? What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I'm at a loss for words.
It
It's like pea soup.
is pea soup, but I like it.
I like pea soup too.
I do too. All right, we're going to change our thread up and get started with the vine quilting. I like that this is a summer project, yet carries over into fall, so you can have it out for quite a while.
Me too. Okay, so Ginger, I'm gonna move this for a second because I can't read and do this at the same time. Ginger said, but isn't there a lot of Battilizer wasted by hooping I can't even read, hooping a whole hoop full instead of cutting out just the size that you really need? Annie, take it away.
Absolutely, there is waste, but only if you throw it in the trash can. So what you need to do, and maybe I'll touch on this tomorrow, we call it Frankenbat. And basically, I do have a bigger piece here than what I needed. Basically, we're going to end up cutting the Battilizer around that block, and you will have some scraps that are left. And if you butt them up against each other, you can just do a zigzag stitch to Frankenbat them together, and then you can re-hoop that and keep going on and on. And we usually, here we have piles and piles of scraps, and then we'll just take, half hour or so and sit down and start zigzagging everything together, and then we reuse those. So we like to scrimp and save all we can too.
Okay, and Marcia said, please, when you get a chance, Annie, please repeat when you use water-soluble thread, and do you put it in the needle only? So if you want to touch on that one more time.
That's a good question. Let me trim this, and I will come over there so I can show our completed block. Whoa, I'm stuck. I forgot to cut a thread. That would have been funny to show everybody.
Right? Let me swing this back over here too.
Okay, I wonder if I can find an example.
Oh, geez.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, she's got it.
It's like it's planned. So the question was, when to use water-soluble thread? The first few steps in the design are just marking out the pattern. It's tacking down your very first piece of fabric. And that first piece of fabric is going to have seams or other places where it's tacked down and things are stitched over. So to avoid a whole bunch of change to this thread color, change to that thread color, if you start out with a water-soluble thread, sometimes 3, 4, and 5 steps into it, you're still using water-soluble. So it avoids thread changes is one of the things. The other thing is if it's stitching anywhere around the outside edge of your block, and when you go to sew your blocks together, for instance, I'm going to show you, look closely at this brown area. You can see a little bit of water-soluble thread. It's going to be white on that brown.
Like now I got to get my finger in the right spot. See that? Right
so
there.
You can see that white, that's actually the water-soluble thread. And if that had been any other regular thread that wasn't water-soluble, you'd have to get your seam ripper to pick it out. But we can just dab it with a Q-tip and get it wet, and it will dissolve for you.
And here at Hoop Sisters, we don't ever dab it out because inevitably someone asks and then we can show you.
So if you ever see us somewhere and you're looking at our samples, wondering, what is that thread? That's your water-soluble thread, and we leave it there, like Aubrey said, for an example.
That's right. That's right. Okay, let's see if we missed anything. Do you match your bobbin thread to your top thread is a question I see.
Not on this project. In this project, since you're not adding the backing while it's in the hoop, but we're going to add lining instead on this project. And we're going to end up covering all that up, that you could just use an embroidery bobbin thread in the bobbin. It's normally the projects where we add the backing in the hoop, where then we match the needle and bobbin thread, because when that quilting comes through, you want it to be the same color on the back side.
Okay, another question here real quick. This is a great question.
Okay.
So you don't need stabilizer because of the Battilizer, correct? Can you tell we're related? Does one side go down and does the up, or does it matter?
Okay.
So side up, side down.
Okay.
Yes, you're making sense.
Yes, you are making sense. Okay, the answer to that is there is one side where you can tell the scrim is still in there. That's what stabilizes it. And my sister likes to have that down. I have found that it doesn't really matter. So
you can barely tell if you touch it.
Yeah, you almost have to. I'm trying to pull a corner apart so I can show you. There we go. Okay, so you can see. Can you see that, Aubrey?
No, we gotta get closer.
So you can see where that has been pulled away. So this is
She
the back.
picked at it. That's not
That's
normal.
right. That's not normal. I had to fight to get that to pull apart. But this is your stabilizer. This is your batting. And basically this part where the scrim is or the stabilizer is should go to the back of your hoop.
Okay, so someone asked, how small can you make the pillow? This to me looks like a 5-inch block.
That is a 5-inch block.
This is the smallest
Yes.
the pillow will be. It's the 5-inch block. The 7-inch block is as big as your pillow would be. And just to kind of give you an example, this is a 7-inch topper. One's round, one's square, but hopefully that.
I think it'd be cute to do a round pillow.
That would be cute.
That would be very cute.
You could do that. Okay, so we answered that. All right. I think there's just so much in here. I'm going to pull this back up, talk about the sizing real quick, because I did see someone ask about the finished size of the pillow. So that was the 5-inch square. So the pillow is approximately 19.5 inches by 19.5 inches. So we kind of divided. The left side is the round layout in single, and then on the bottom left, it's the triple layout in 5 and 7-inch. And the right side of your screen is showing if you did the square layout in either the 5 or 7-inch single square, which would be the pillow. And then obviously the triple square. So there's a lot in here.
That's the extra.
Right. Okay, so I'm just trying to look at these questions too. So forgive me for. Okay, let's talk about how to get the best deal on all of this, because I know that's what you guys are wondering. Like, how much is this? How do I get it? So at this point, if Nina could drop the order link in our Facebook and YouTube, because we're streaming a couple places, and we're going to let you know how to get the best deal on this sunflower. I want to call it a collection, but we already have a sunflower collection.
We do have a sunflower collection.
So the best thing that you can do is create your own bundle. So that way you get what you want, and it's going to save you 10% on the project and some of the other things in there if you choose to add those. So basically, to create your own bundle, Nina just dropped the order link. You'll go to that link and you will start adding things to your cart. And in the specific category, I think it's called sunflower table topper, to be completely, because that just says sunflower, but sunflower table topper. It's the link that was just dropped, and there's 2 pages. So if you kind of scroll down, you can tab over to the second page, and we have Battilizer in there. We have our trimmer tool, which we haven't talked about yet. The design is in there, but we also have added downloadable designs that we think are just also cute and reminiscent of fall and things like that. So there's a couple different things in there that if you put 2 items in your cart, creating your own bundle, 10% will automatically come off at checkout. And you're going to get a bonus that's going to pop in your cart at checkout. And it's so cute. And I'm going to have to show it to you in a second. But there are a couple exclusions in that tab we want to make sure you're aware of. That would be the strip stick, which we will show you tomorrow, the monopoly invisible thread, and the vanish light thread. You can order those things. However, they're excluded from the 10% off create your own bundle. Okay, so hopefully I got that. Now let me show you the bonus. It's adorable as
It's
usual.
so cute.
And it's the perfect complement to what we have, from the free gift to the new design to the bonus. They always coordinate so nicely, which we love. That is so nice. I got to pop Pat's comment that just caught my eye.
Aw, thank you, Pat.
Yeah. Deb, yes, the same deal applies at the Ohio Shop Hop. So if you get 2 items, you're going to get 10% off. We would have to pop this in your cart a different way, but we can do that. Okay. So this is the coffee koozie. This is the freebie bonus. If you do a create your own bundle, it'll pop in as a download. Okay. Here it is on my cup. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, don't look at my manicure. It needs something done to it. I haven't had a minute.
And look how cute they look together. We use different fabrics at different times, but how fun is that to have a cute little...
And it's just got a little elastic on the back. So it's adorable and it goes with all the things. So if you are thinking about doing it, now is the very best time, because the 10% off and the bonus expire tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 6th at midnight. So it's always a good idea, if you're thinking about it, to hop on and get it during the workshop, because you get the best deal that way. So workshop pricing and bundle bonus, again, expire tomorrow at midnight. But just as an example, if you got the design and you paired it with, say, 5 yards of Battilizer, which Annie just told us is kind of the perfect amount for this project, you're going to get 10% off those. And that bonus is going to pop in your cart for free. So instead of spending $88.98, you're only going to spend $66.59, which saves you 22 big ones and some change. So again, this is just an example with the Battilizer.
I'm glad you did the math for everybody, because when there's sales like this, I'm like, well, I'm not sure what the best deal is, and so it's nice to have that example.
Well, I need to do it because it takes me a minute to do math. I don't want to be put on the spot, so I like to do it in advance. But anyways, you can get the complete set just by getting creating your own bundle. And I did Battilizer as an example, but I saw someone from Germany. If you're in Germany and you know it's expensive, takes forever to ship things, you could, if you're international, get the design by download and find a different download in there as well in that same category. You'll still get the bonus and you'll still get 10% off. So just so you are aware of that as well. Okay, what are we doing tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow we are going to use the trimmer by George, and
we don't even have one right here.
We could probably grab one on the other side, but we're going to use the trimmer by George tomorrow. We're going to show everyone how to trim the block that we just made today, and that's so that we can remove the Battilizer out of your seam allowance, and we cuts it right up to the basting stitch on the edge of the block. That way, when you sew your blocks together, you don't have all that bulk in the seams. I'm going to show you how to pin so that your completed blocks aren't shifting as you sew. And basically, I'm going to quickly talk through how to do the lining on that big round one that we showed you.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm gonna grab a trimmer by George.
Yeah, go grab a trimmer, because I just realized I normally put a slide in here that says, here are the tools that we recommend. Some of them we don't cover till day 2. And I hate it when someone orders and then the next day they're like, darn it, if I would have known, I would have got that too.
If I would have known I needed that.
Yep. So I forgot to put that slide in here, but let's hold it up, Annie, because if you're brand new, if you put a 1 and you don't yet have a trimmer, it's going to save you so many headaches. So you're going to want it.
It's an acrylic ruler. And like we said, it's called the Trimmer by George. And this is 3.0. This is our 3rd version of it. So basically, it's your normal acrylic ruler. There's a marking for sashing and also marking for your binding. The unique thing about the Trimmer by George is this metal edge.
Your arms aren't long enough.
It's that metal edge there, and that metal edge is what protects your fabric on the front, so that you can cut just through your Battilizer. And you just use that metal edge, the rotary cutter on the metal edge, to cut it all away. And the neat thing is there is a QR code on the packaging that will show you how to use it. and also another second QR code that gives you this free design download.
Yeah.
So that makes
Which
it
is
very
that we'd
cool.
like to joke, it's a trimmer sleeping bag. So you can download that and make it for sure.
Mhm.
So we're gonna actually use this tomorrow. We're gonna show you how to use the tool tomorrow, but we did want to bring it up today because if you're adding to your cart, guess what? That's included in the Create Your Own Bundle, save 10%. So you could get these 2 items and save 10%.
And I gotta tell you, of all our tools, the trimmer by George, coupled with our designs, oh gosh, now you brought that out. Maybe there's 3.
Maybe there's 3.
But the trimmer by George and the Battilizer are definitely things that you must have
Yes.
to go with our designs.
Yes. So as Pat just said, can't do it without the trimmer by
That's
George.
so true.
It would just be such a pain.
And
So
we're gonna trim out a circle with the trimmer by George tomorrow on a curved line, so you have to come back and
Ooh,
watch.
fancy.
And no, it's not flexible.
It does not have a curved edge to it.
No.
Ooh, maybe we need a trimmer with a curved edge.
Oh.
Then all the curves would have to. Never mind.
Yeah. Too many curves to even talk
Too
about.
many curves. Okay, so now I completely lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
So tomorrow we're going to do all that. So if you order today, just make sure we basically put everything that we think you're going to need in that category. So Nina, if you could drop that order link again, that would be wonderful. The scissors are amazing. That offset handle makes a huge difference. Okay, we're about to do the giveaway. So if you have not yet, go ahead and drop the word sunflower and we will definitely get you in the giveaway. And then before I announce the winner, I just wanted to remind everyone that we do have Nina is on standby. She's answering comments feverishly in 2 different areas. She's on Facebook and YouTube all at once with lots of comments coming
She's a
in.
multitasker.
Yes. So I highly encourage you, if you have a specific question, to get in touch with her. She will definitely help you out. You can reach her by phone or email, and she will get you taken care of. And if she does not answer the phone, it's because she's on the phone.
Especially after we have a workshop.
That's right. So just know if you leave a voicemail, she will definitely call you back, and she will get you taken care of and make sure that you get the best of the best. So just know that we have that for you as well. She's your little event concierge, customer service queen, and she will help you out.
We should have put a crown on her.
Yeah.
Taken a picture.
Yeah. So, okay, we are going to head into the giveaway. Are you ready? Do you use Battilizer for other projects? Oh, yes. Well, we use, Debbie, you said when batting is not needed. We use Battilizer in basically any kind of project except we do bags, and like we have a nesting baskets, anything that you want to stand up and have some shape to it. We have a different product called Hoop Shape, but everything else we use Battilizer.
That's right. And so many people tell us that I use Battilizer for doing this or for that design or this. And so it's not just a HoopSisters product that you can use for just our designs. You can use it in so many things.
Yeah, Judy, if you want the design, you can fill your cart with other items to reach the target amount for the bonus. Yes, they have to be in that category that we talked about, the sunflower category. There's 2 pages and 3 exclusions.
Carla's backing me up. She said she uses Battilizer just about everything.
There you go. There you go. Okay, let's pop over and do this giveaway, and then we'll let you guys get shopping. And Nina, if you wouldn't mind dropping that shopping link one more time. So anybody else want to get in on this? I know there was more than that watching. Anybody else? Anybody else? If not, I'm going to hit the button. All right, let's see who our winner is. And just a reminder, you're going to get $50 in HoopSisters store credit.
That's awesome.
So you can go shopping.
Yeah,
Deb!
Congratulations.
Deb, did you stop in here on Friday, or am I thinking of a different Deb? I don't know. It could be a different Deb. Congratulations, Deb. Over on Facebook is where she is watching from. Deb, you just won $50 in HoopSisters store credit. I'm going to pop Nina's information up here. You do have 5 days to get a hold of her. Just shoot her an email and let her know that you won the $50 store credit. Congratulations. And she'll get that popped in there. It doesn't expire, but I'm sure you're going to want to use it soon, right? And as always, our fantastic Hoop Sisters and Hoop Misters saying congratulations. So we are not out of 5 yards of Battilizer. So if you're seeing that, or get a hold of Nina, because we definitely keep it in stock. So
Maggie Good, now I think I saw it's slowing down. I saw your name just hang there for a minute.
I know, I did
and
too.
then Deb's name popped
Yeah,
in,
you were
so
close.
hopefully next time, watch tomorrow. We'll do it again.
Yes. Okay. So we will be back here at 2 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube and on Facebook. And we are going to put a lining.
Yes.
So this guy will be completely finished after that.
Right.
She's going to use the trimmer.
Yeah.
Show you the pinning technique. So there's a lot to learn tomorrow too.
If anything, stay tuned. You can learn how to trim a curve using the trimmer by George.
Yes, ma'am. All right, you all. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.